12th. Today is a special day because it is the birthday of one of my friends in Bolivia. And for that occasion, I will be smoking this Cuban Cohiba from Cuba. I actually got this cigar from a friend who is from Cuba. He brought it from home, so that's kind of cool. It is in rough shape. It's really dried out, surprisingly. So I won't be cutting this one. I'll be using my select draw tool. It's already got a lot of cracks in the head of it, so I don't need much, but I decided not to try to make too much try not to make too much of an issue. Look at that. Just one punch like that, and that's doing good. So, yeah, this is going to be in remembrance, or not remembrance, but in honor of my friend. She's got a birthday, so she's going to be traveling to Cuba for her birthday, which I'm very jealous of. I was going to use my favorite Cuban cutter, but this cigar is in rough enough shape, so I will start the ceremony. We'll get it going. This is my favorite part. Notice how I tip the flame upwards. If it's getting a little too fast, to kind of slow it down. I want to be able to control it a little bit better. But there we go. Obviously never putting it completely into the fire. I just want to be just above it. There's a bit of wind in this room today, I guess. But yeah, something's going on. I'm gonna chase this rain. Somebody's got the door open. That's what it is. But that's okay. I could say that is an interesting taste of a cigar. I'm not a huge fan of Cubans. I'm more of a Dominican guy or Nicaraguan, if I can. But this is not terrible cigar. It's got a little bit of a punch to it, a little bit of stank on it, which is nice. And let's hope this thing holds together because it's in pretty rough shape. Basically, this is the big news. I've been writing a book about cigars. Okay, I've written it for the past probably 4 months, 3-4 months. I've been working on it, and I've sent it off to an editor and I've started doing photos. Now, this book, I really think is good, but everybody thinks what they do is good, but I really think this book is good. So, what I need is advice on how to move forward. I don't want to take it too lightly. I want it to be taken seriously, okay? This book has got all the secrets about cigars. Not all of them, but all of them that I know. And, and I think it will be a good collection. It'll be good for anybody's collection to go in their coffee table, to go in their humidor. I think I'm going to send it to all of my favorite cigar channels. And maybe they will give me a shout out. I don't know what else to do because I'm terrible at the marketing and the advertising part of things, but I know I can shoot and I know I can write. So I've shot some photos. When I get this back from the editor, I'm going to put it all into digital format and then make it into a book that you can order. I'll be a published author on Amazon. And then I just have to figure out how to send this to people. I'm going to send it to like my top 10 or 15 cigar channels and ask them to read it. If they like it, give me a shout out because I'm a nobody, nobody knows me, but I'm passionate about this. And I think I put together a beautiful writing. The editor, she says she loves it so far. And she happens to be a cigar smoker. I didn't even know that, but she says she's learning a lot. Everybody who I've let read this has said they've learned a lot, and it's not just because they're my friends. I've sent it to strangers as well. So I think it only counts when strangers like it, so. Yes, I am super excited because my book is almost done. That's what we're working on right there. That's about a 54, 52 by 6-inch old beat up Cuban given to me by a good man. So I appreciate old, as I call it, tortured cigars. I put it in my humidor for about a week to try to bring some life back into it. I don't think he has a humidor. I think he just has cigars. So I forgive him for that. But yeah, I like it. I'm like I said, I'm celebrating. So when my book is finally published, I will be smoking the Alec Bradley triple braided cigar. I forgot the name of it, but I have a picture of it and I have everything I need written down about it. So that'll be my celebration for the book. I'll make a video on that one as well, because the book is going to have codes for videos, QR codes. I think I'm saying too much, but basically I'm going to teach you how to smoke a cigar like I smoke cigars, which is not necessarily right or wrong way to do it, but the things I've learned. Yeah, I haven't smoked all week because I'm running low. And by running low, I mean I only have nice cigars. And I don't like to smoke nice cigars for no reason. So because I'm down to my last 60 nice cigars, I haven't been smoking much because I need more cheap cigars to smoke. Daily smokes versus, special smokes. So this is my first one this week. And it's been a boring week. I've been wanting to smoke, every day, but I have a reason. So my editor sent me some updates for the book, and I came here to write those updates. And it is my friend's birthday, so I decided to crack open. Now, I'm not a huge fan of Cuban rolled Cuban cigars, I'm going to be honest. In Cuba, from Cuba. But if you go to Miami and you get a Miami rolled Cuban cigar, there's something about them They are just excellent. Those are the best. They'll cost you anywhere from $15 to $20 a roll, but I bought four of them the last time I was there a year or two ago, and every one of them was so good. I just gave it away. I stopped smoking it, just gave it away. It was so good. Um, they have been the best Cuban cigars I've had. I'm a big fan of Drew Estates, which is Dominican. I'm a big fan of Avo, which is like a Davidoff type of cigar. I'm a big fan of Fratello, huge fan of Fratello. Uh, I think they might be maybe Honduran or Nicaraguan, but yeah. So yeah, the cigar is going pretty well so far. I'm gonna see if I can open it up a little bit more. So you gotta be careful with these old cigars. Careful. Yeah, this thing is pretty delicate. It's good to be back up. So what's going on in my life since we got you here? I am learning and reading and just searching the internet about the dynamics between men and women and relationships. As the older in life I get, kind of the more I scrutinize about relationships, but the less I need them, if that makes sense. Like, I want a relationship that is fully fulfilling so that I don't feel like I need to find anything else from a woman. But I don't know that that is what a relationship can do. And I know a lot of people say that means you're dealing with the wrong women. But no, I've spread it out pretty well. Young, old, married, single, mothers, not black, white, yellow, tan, And what I've discovered is that I'm seeking logic in women, which maybe doesn't exist, not on the level that I want. Maybe. Okay, so in that I take a logical approach to women, and they are not logical creatures, I have deduced that I need to change my approach. I understand this. It's just really difficult to analyze things through emotion. So when I communicate with a woman, I don't know how to emotionally support a woman. I don't know how to do that. I can say, oh, that's okay, it'll be better. Is that really emotional support, or is this just words you're supposed to say when somebody's upset? And this woman asked me, she said, I want to be your support system. I said, that sounds nice, but I've never had one. I don't know what that looks like. Because as much as my mom loves me and wants to be there to support me, she can't. Women can't understand what men go through when they break. And I'm not a little boy, right? So On my last breakup, I moved. I moved my mom in with me, and I took care of her. And I just basically drank myself into a stupor and traded stocks for about 8 months. And it was fun trading stocks, learning all that. But there was nothing she could do for me. She could tell me what she thought was good advice for how to move forward. But women don't give good advice to men or women. Um, they give advice like, just be confident, take your time, don't go looking for what you want. It'll fall in your lap. But that's not true. A beautiful girl that likes all the things I like won't be found lost in the middle of nowhere in North Carolina. She'll be out on the beach somewhere surfing with her friends. And if she's with her friends, I don't know how to approach this type of person and make a conversation, especially because I don't have a surfboard. And so, it just doesn't work like that, okay? And everybody says that, but it doesn't work like that. Not for me, at least, okay? And then, so, I'm a put your money where your mouth is type of person. If I'm going to say I feel bad for you and I care about you, and I'm really your friend, I'm going to do something. If you're in a financial pinch, I'm going to hit you in the cash app. If you need somebody to help you move something, I'm going to either help you move it or find somebody to do it. If you need something built, I'm going to do it. I'm going to make it happen. If you happen to be going through a rough spot in your life and you need some company or a friend or just to meet new people, I'm going to take you by the hand and bring you around people that know people and that do things, okay? But when I went through my dark times and I went through my breakup, moved to a new city, small town, North Carolina, people knew people, but they weren't invited me to do things with people. Nobody really cared enough to actually do something. And I know they cared. My mom cared, my sisters, my brothers. They all cared, but they didn't shoulder the burden. They just said, oh, it'll be better. Time will heal. And I will never give somebody that type of help and telling them time will heal. Whatever you're going through right now, I'm going to dive in the trenches with you. If nothing else, it'll be a worthy distraction, and maybe it'll lead you to your next path in life. But I'm not going to sit there and watch somebody suffer and not think of a way to try to break them out of it and help them somehow. So there's a difference between me and a lot of people. There's a couple of us in the world that are pure givers, pure helpers. Like, and there are people who do good things. I'm not saying that, but it's just, when you're around a servant, like somebody who likes to help people. So for me, being that type of person that would always get my hands dirty, I had to learn that big lesson that don't expect the world to treat you the way you treat the world. That would be a fool's thing to do. And thus, I kind of learned to pull back a little bit. I give the type of love I hope to receive, but I rarely receive that type of love, and that leaves me feeling a little empty, right? So, I put myself out, I pour into people. That's what I do, because I love people, I care about people in general. But most people care about themselves more than they care about other people. I happen to be a little bit more leaning towards other people because I've got myself pretty well taken care of. But when I need help, I need help. And I ask people for help. But they don't take me serious. They don't even consider like, oh, this dude's locked away in his house for months. Maybe we should do something to try to make it better for him. His only friends are alcohol bottles. Oh, that's okay. He'll be all right. It's Fred, right? I hate that. I hate being that person. But that is my lot in life. So, I don't know what to do about that. I don't know how to change that. I was thinking about a time when the girl I was dating and we hosted a little dinner party with a couple of other people. We cooked some food, they cooked some food, they came over, It was just a few of us, like 6 or 8 people total. At a certain point, somebody left something downstairs, and I decided to run down and get it for them. It wasn't for me, it was for them, but I was hosting the event, so I wanted everybody to enjoy themselves. So I ran downstairs to get what it was, and I got locked out of the door because it was one of those where you needed like a buzzer thing to get in, and nobody noticed I was gone for like 15, 20 minutes. I only went downstairs to grab something and come back. And not even my own partner was like, hey, it's been long enough. Let me go check and see if Fred's okay. So I'm just sitting outside thinking, like, how am I so invisible that people just don't even think, oh, Fred's not here anymore? Or maybe they just don't like me at all. Whatever the case was. That was a really crappy situation. Take it and flip it the other way. I decided to host a surprise party, dinner party. Similar amount of people, maybe 6, 8 people. And I told my girl, hey, go take a shower, go do blah, 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 whatever it was. I timed it perfectly so that all of her friends showed up with all of their food and gifts and everything. And when she arrived from the party, she walked into a surprise. You know, like you focus on the people that matter. You know, you care about them. You don't want them to feel left out. But then again, I have to think maybe that is because I'm not that good of a person. You know, but nobody gives me feedback about that. So here's where I'm at. Maybe I'm a dick, but I'm useful. So people like what I'm useful for. And they'll always let me tag along to be of use. Like if there's a beach day, people invite me because I have a tent. I can make fires, I can cook, I can make drinks, blah, blah, blah. But they don't invite me to say, hey, come out here, I want you to meet some cool people. They say, come out here, bring your stuff, you know. Whereas when I host something, I try to make sure there's more people that can meet more people. I don't want to bring somebody else. So if I'm going to go meet my girlfriend at a beach, I'm not going to invite another guy and be like, hey, come to the beach and be my girlfriend. I'm going to say, hey, do you have any friends that you can bring to the beach? Because I want to bring one of my friends, and I'll see if I can bring somebody so that the person is sitting there. And I feel like it's so inconsiderate to invite somebody to be a third wheel, especially just because you want to utilize their talents. But for me, I'm always such an inclusive person. I'm always thinking, how many people can we hit? How can we maximize this? And I feel like I need to find a friend group like that thinks in that way. That's, you know, and I'm in a different country now. I'm living in a different part of the world, I know, but I've never been around people like that who think, hey, how can we make this better for everybody? What if we bring some of these people, some of those people, and we invited these people? You know, I once planned a fourth grade graduation party for a little girl. It was awesome. And at the time, I worked in an apartment complex, and I had access to a bunch of vacant apartments and townhouses. So after hours, when everybody was home and all the rental people were gone and everybody was done just showing apartments, we took the little girl, we took a bunch of our close family friends, we took all the Nerf guns we had in the house, big and small, and we had a huge Nerf war, like 8 people, I think, 8 people, with the 3 Legos, upstairs, downstairs, and the basement. And we had a capital flag for her graduation party. For like 3 hours, we just played Nerf and just had a blast. Like, When I think about doing stuff with people, I want them to have the best time. I want everybody to, and the adults and the kids we all had a good time. I don't even know what I'm talking about, but what I'm trying to say is I'm lost in this world because I'm trying to figure out how to better associate with people. I want I want a better friend group, but I don't know that exists. I mean, it does in sitcoms and all that, but in real life, I've never been around people who are just regular people who just like to have a good time and invite a lot of people. It's always been like I've been around bougie people and like, super. What do you call them? I forgot the word. But I've been to places where you go to these resorts with all this money, and everybody's just out there trying to look like money. And yeah, so a bunch of people go, but they don't really do it. There's a bunch of squares, it's like a bunch of pretentious folk. And that's not my scene either. Like, I'm not stuck up. I'm not better than anybody. I don't go to a public place to be seen. I go to a public place to do public social things, but maybe I just have everything here clouded, so I don't do it the right way. But I don't know. What I need, what I seek in life is a friend group that wants to make better situations for a lot of people, not just themselves, And if I'm the only person in the friend group that does that, I'm always the one doing the work. The problem with that is I don't know that many people to do the full-time recruiting. My circles are small, okay? So when I'm out and about, I can invite people that I know, people I work with. Maybe I can try to invite a stranger, but let's be honest. If a guy that looks like me walks up to a stranger and says, hey, let's go to this party, 9.5 or 9.8 times out of 10, I'm either going to be met with a direct no or a sure, well, a soft no, but it's not likely that somebody's just going to follow me somewhere and be like, yeah, I trust this medium-sized African. So, it is what it is. I'm not that dude that can just walk in and find people that want to come do something else. Now, if I were rich, it'd be different. But then again, the crowd would be there for a different reason. So I don't know that I want that either. But here I am. I am 37 years old. I live in a Middle Eastern country. I do 90% of my day is at home, from going to work, going home, working out. I watch a lot of YouTube. I write, I smoke cigars, I read a lot of books. Speaking of books, I just bought a Kindle. Oh my goodness. This is the farthest I've been away from my Kindle, and it's just in the car over there. Like, it's usually right on my hip everywhere I go. I love books. I love reading. I love learning. Not reading just for fun, like reading to learn stuff. So if you have any suggestions for self-help books and stuff like that, hit a brother, let me know. But yeah, most of my days are long. I interact with people through social media, and I go back to myself and my small world. I have a roommate in my house. I have a housemate. We don't talk much. We don't cross paths much. I go to work. I work with people that don't particularly mesh with me, so I don't try to rub them the wrong way. I just kind of keep in my lane. I do my own thing. I go to the gym. It's a small gym. Nobody's there when I'm there. I go to the pool. Nobody's at the pool when I'm there. It's just a lot of loneliness, which gives me a lot of time to reflect and think about the things I'm grateful for. But I'm reading this book about how I'm doing in life and the pillars of life. And one of those is love, and one of those is happiness. And my happiness is directly tied to the love, and I don't have a lot of love in my life, not from friends or from family nearby. Now, on the phone, I talk to my brothers, my chosen brothers and my blood brothers, at least 3 to 5 times a week from around the world, and that's nice, that's recharging. I talk to my mom, my dad, but it's not the same as being able to come out here. Like, obviously, since I don't have anybody to hang out with, I'm smoking my cigar with my cell phone, recording a video, and talking because I don't have anybody to talk to. How great is that? But yeah, if I could, I would change it. If I had 3 or 4 good friends here, it'd be a completely different experience. But I don't. So. So here I am. Next month I'll be going home. I'll see my brothers. I will smoke. I will drive my truck. I'll ride motorcycles. I'll shoot my guns. I'll be American for a little while. It'll be nice. I'll go look for potential work because I can't stay like this for the rest of my life. As easy and as peaceful as this life is, I need a little more chaos. So maybe it's time for a change. But I am blessed. I am highly blessed, highly favored, very fortunate. The person I was in 2020 and the person I am today is exactly who I hoped I would become. I have to say, I hoped to be on this path. Even though I'm alone on this path, I hope to be on this path with a family. But, perhaps once I make a little bit more money, I can support a family. I don't know. I don't know what it takes. I know that I have conquered some things. I've lived some life. I've learned some things. I got big into reading. That's a huge thing. When I get back to America, here are some things I want to do. I want to join a sports team of any kind, ideally wrestling. I haven't wrestled officially in 15 years, but your boy still got it. My strength and flexibility is up high, on the high end of the charts. And I just miss brotherhood, the combat, the challenges of a wrestling team. So I'd like to find a wrestling team. I'd also like to join a country band, country music, play me some guitar, sing a little bit, and I would like to get back to collecting my whiskeys. It's been a while since I bought a bottle. Back to collecting my whiskeys. I don't know, someday I'm going to have the best friend group. We're going to be, it's just going to be so awesome. And when I make it big, I don't want to make it alone. Who's ever with me when I make it, they're coming with me. When I do things, I just want people with me. So yeah, I'm on the path I want to be on. I'm at this step. My next step is right here. I just need to go back to America and make it happen. And once that happens, the next step will come even quicker and quicker. But I'm not doing bad. I bought a Rolex. I did the authentic Rolex experience, which was a bucket list item. It wasn't a long-lived item. When I finally decided to buy a Rolex, within 30 days, 40 days, I had that Rolex. And I mean, it took me 2 years almost to settle on buying a Rolex. And then when I decided, I would say God made it happen. I don't know. It's the weirdest thing. The things that I dream of, they just happen. And they happen in a crazy amount of time, the perfect time that I have to say. So, here's a cool thing about who I am now, where I'm at in life. Somewhere in the next 3 to 5 years, I have a goal to become an apostle. Yes, that's right, an apostle. But not like a Baptist church apostle, Brother Fred. Like a literal, follow you wherever you go, apostle. The pastor I would like to be the apostle to is Pastor Tully and Trevision in Jupiter, Florida. So my goal is to make enough residual income so that my family can be supported. Hopefully I have a family at that point. And they can support themselves while I spend 8 to 10 hours of my day supporting this pastor and learning from him for a year. I want to spend a year as an apostle under a pastor, completely volunteer. And I want to be there first thing in the morning, standing outside with the car, ready to do whatever, go to conferences, go to church, go wherever, and just learn from this man about his understanding of Christ. Because if you haven't heard Tully preach, he's Billy Graham's grandson, just put it that way. But he's on a new level, and it's beautiful. So, my new life goal is to be basically Jeffrey off of the Fresh Prince for Pastor like Tully. Mine is being paid. I want to be pretty well off myself, borderline wealthy, so to speak, in residual income. I want to be well off. If I can supplement the money I make here now in passive income, which is maybe 2 or 3 steps away, then I could officially retire from all official forms of work for a year and study under his tutelage and learn and grow. I don't know if the world's going to be around in 5 years, the way things are looking, but if we are here, I know I want to be an apostle when Jesus comes. So that is my biggest personal goal. I have goals for my family. I want to retire my mom and dad, obviously, and get them in houses that pay for themselves. I want to get near my brothers. I want them to be my close friend group. I want a wife and I want kids, but I don't want to make my own kids anymore. I already did that. It didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. But there are plenty of kids in this world that still need love, and I have a lot of love to give. So I gotta find me a nice lady with some kids and marry her up so that I can have some kids. And yeah, that's my life goal. It's a little different than other people's probably, but yeah. Other than that, I don't know. I would hate to complain about the life I lead. It's not difficult to live here, but it is hard to live here, if that makes sense. I got these two beautiful nieces that are growing up without me, babies, 1 and 2 years, or actually no, 2 and, well, yeah, probably 1 and 2 years old or 3 years old, like cute little things. Harley and Quinn. I got a bunch of other nieces and nephews that I haven't seen in a long time. They're growing up without me, getting up into their teenage years. My mom, my dad, getting older. I need to be able to get them out of their situations. So there's a bunch to check off. So I'm driven and I'm going in the right direction. I just hope I'm not here too long and I miss out on major events. Much more. Okay, so gotta find me a job that gets me closer to home and keep this ball rolling, basically. Yeah. But yeah, this cigar's holding out pretty good, yeah. That cute. I gotta move to Hawaii at some point, go to school, surf again. I learned how to surf a couple years back. I haven't been on the water since as far as surfing goes. Open a few business maybe, coffee shop with a cigar lounge attached, you know. Yeah. I don't know. That's just the life I'm living right now. I've run out of things to say. I do want to start a podcast like everybody else. Talking about the same things everybody else talks about. But my first focus right now is this book again. This year, hopefully late summer, I will be releasing a book. I'll be sending out information on how you can order that book. And I really hope that all the people that know me and support me will buy the book, even if you don't smoke cigars. And get it out, get the word out, because I want it to be on every coffee table in the world. That's what I want. So, wish me luck, pray for that. Maybe I could make that my residual income. Become an author. Yeah. Well, I'm going to sign off now. I just want to say one more time, happy birthday. And, yeah. Wish everybody blessings this year, 2023. And, I don't know, just prosper, do good to other people, and good things will happen to you. And live in love, you know. Learn how to forgive people. There's a lot of trauma going on, so forgiveness is huge. That's all for me.